ever made. A show where I am trying to find out what is the worst album ever made. And once again, it is now time to spin the wheel of lame. No cheating, new suggestions on here, no frills about it. We're going to decide what I am going to cover for this episode. Alright, spinning, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to be covering the Hello Kitty Suicide Club. I really thought it was going to be Limp Bizkit.
Don Meets a Pig says, "Death. This is what death sounds like. Screams of the damned. 1 out of 5. Oh, I saw this on Rate Your Music, and I thought, oh, it can't be that bad. I listened to 3 seconds
is either
of track number
sort
1,
of commentary,
half a star.
This was so bad I had to castrate myself.
Well, how bad could it possibly be? What the hell was that? Well, you already know, everybody. That right there is the Hello Kitty Suicide Club. That's right, everybody. I hope you're ready, because it's about to be absolutely insane. This thing is crazy. Now, before we stick our arm all the way into this album, first we have to ask the question, who is the Hello Kitty Suicide Club? The Hello Kitty Suicide Club was a band started by a Keegan and a Macklin, and later joined by a friend named Anthony. They describe themselves on SoundClick.com as extreme MIDI death screamin', black people jokin', awesome electronic death grind from Chancellor, Arizona. Originally on MySpace in 2006, they continued to belt out songs until their breakup in 2012. Some of their musical influences are 120% says they're going to explode. Bubblegum Octopus. Preschool Tea Party Massacre. Those are some pretty interesting names right there. Kinda weird, kinda little wacky. What are they, you probably are asking me? Well, my friends, that's just the cyber gore, MIDI grind, digi grind, and MySpace grind aesthetic. And trust me, those names are extremely tame. Hello Kitty Suicide Club doesn't hold a candle to some of these other absolutely insane names for bands just like these. Hey, excuse me, do you sell DigiGrind here? Yeah, sure, what are you looking for? Well, I was actually wondering if you had any Hello Kitty Suicide Club. Are they in stock? Ooh, sorry, we're fresh out. Would you like to try Nun Whore Commander 666? Nah, they're not really my style. Do you have Lake of Anal Mucus? Nah. Okay, what about Fetal Butchery, necrovaginal acid expulsion, red hot piggies pussies? Do you got any of those? Yeah, unfortunately no, but tell you what, we did get anal gore cum piss flap slap. Yes, I already have them. Yes. All right. I tell you what. Listen, you give me $1 and I'll just go in the back and scream in your ear for 45 minutes. Is that cool? Deal. Just like the current placeholder on the board of shame, Viper, I Know She Hot, She Know I'm Rich 5. It seems like separating these tracks just seemed like a fool's errand for loads of reasons, but for the main reason is most of these songs sound exactly the same. Every song can be described in only 2 things. One thing you have is your MIDI. your high energy but also very low quality MIDI that is constantly being sampled and retooled again in your ears for every song. Sometimes the MIDI can get a little bit more complex, other times they just repeat the same thing over and over again. But really, the MIDI by itself isn't bad. But the other thing that makes up these songs is the screaming. And more screaming. And even more screaming. It is high-pitched shrills that just scream in your ears every single time. It's very, very annoying. And that is one of the main ways I can describe this album. It's so annoying. Imagine, if you will, your crappy brother who likes to draw on the walls and also destroy all of your things. Imagine if that little brother who screams every single time anything happens and punches holes in the wall, imagine if that brother got turned into an album. Guess what? It's here. It already happened. Sorry, your brother's gone and became Hello Kitty Suicide Club. Now, if the screaming was gone and all the album was the MIDI tracks, it would be pretty okay. I mean, it wouldn't be as revered as an MF Doom or a Velvet Underground or a Farrah Abraham or a Mrs. Miller or a Hulk Hogan, but it would have been passable. But even still with the MIDI, the instrumentals are not that great because it does sample some things outside of the album. It samples a joke from Anchorman.
You are a smelly pirate hooker. Why don't you go back to your home on Whore Island?
And they also recycle the Matt Damon joke from Trey Parker and Matt Stone's Team America movie.
Matt Damon!
Which just goes and ages this whole thing like milk. And when I heard each one, I could not roll my eyes hard enough. Again, extremely annoying. With this album, I hope and I pray that this was just made by some dumb high school kids who just had way too much time on their hands. And if that was the case, I wouldn't really cover this album. I do not like making stuff and reviewing stuff made by children because I feel like that's kind of low-hanging fruit, and every child makes mistakes growing up. But because there's really not that much information on this album, I really didn't have anything to really tell if this is someone who is from high school or from middle school, or if it's someone who's in their late 20s. I have no real information about this release. But I hope it was made by high schoolers who are just like people who just don't know any better. Listen, if any adult is making songs called "You Show Me a Pile of Dead Hookers, I'll Show You a Beanbag Chair," "Charizard Uses Flamethrower Up Blastoid's Vagina," "Black Man Lego Rape," yeah, if any adult is making songs called like that, they seriously have a lot of growing up to do. And that's coming from me, a YouTuber. If I was going to pick one song off this album to be my top pick for you to listen to, it hands down would be "Choking on Cupcakes Isn't As Cool As It Sounds." And it's not for the reason that you think. On February 4th, 2009, a man named Jeremy did a cover of the song on his guitar as a joke.
Hello, my name is Jeremy, and this is my cover for Hello Kitty Suicide Club, Choking on Cupcake.
Now, normally, that's where thing ends. And it was just a little video on the internet, and it's gone, and then everyone just moves on. But that's not where the story ended. For some reason, a person by the name of Aaron decided to do a cover of this as well as a joke, but he did not do a cover of the song. Instead, he did a cover of Jeremy's cover just a little bit later, and he did it on his ukulele.
Hello, my name is Aaron, and this is my cover for Jeremy's cover of Hello Kitty Suicide Club, Choking on a Cupcake.
A month later, Aran did a cover of Aaron's cover. Then a year later, Daniel made a cover of Aaron's cover. And in 2016, we got what I believe is the final version of this path. We had Grant, who did a cover of Daniel's cover, who did a cover of Aran's cover, who did a cover of Aaron's cover, who did a cover of Jeremy's cover. So yeah, that's how this whole thing worked. It's pretty much how TikTok is now, but way before TikTok ever started. So just lots of these different response videos just out there on the internet, and they don't have a lot of views to them. It's like only like 900 or like 1,000 on the last one. So it's just pretty cool to see this little piece of old internet that spans years of time. So what I thought I would do is I would do a cover of Grant's cover, and we'll just try to keep this cycle going, and we can see how far this thing can go. So yeah, enjoy my cover of Choking on Cupcakes, isn't as cool as it sounds. Hello, my name is Garrett. I'm going to be doing a folk fusion cover of Grant's cover, of Daniel's cover, of Aran's cover, of Aaron's cover, of Jeremy's cover of Choking on a Cupcake. Okay. Thank you. Anyway, that has been the Hello Kitty Suicide Club. This album was indeed very hard to listen to. I know I have some people who are in the comments being like, really, why is Hello Kitty Suicide Club on the wheel? I actually like that band. Well, it was on the wheel because I got the suggestion, because I don't really listen to the suggestions really until I land on it. But after listening to it, I do believe it did belong on the wheel. But now is the question on where it should belong on the board of shame here. I have to be honest, I did not like this one too much. And when it comes to the Hello Kitty Suicide Club, where really should it go on the board? Well, I went back and I listened to these three right here, and I realized something. Chris Chan, in comparison, is not too bad. Chris Chan is singing over music with other artists in it. But you know what the thing that Chris Chan doesn't do? He doesn't scream in my ears as loud as he can. Chris Chan isn't trying to, like, offend me. Chris Chan isn't trying to be edgy the entire time. Chris Chan is just being sad. So, with that being said, I think the Hello Kitty Suicide Club is the second worst thing I've seen on the show. So, there you go. See, with the Hello Kitty Suicide Club, it could have been so much better. The really intense, screaming songs, they're kind of one note. They are one note the entire time. Yeah, you get the intense scream, but I think if you have an album like that, you should have moments where it's quiet a little bit more. Quiet, subdued songs. So when you do those big, huge screams, they'll have a lot more impact. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Coming up next will be a top 10 video, so you can look forward to that. Thank you all for the new people who are here now. Thank you for all the support. How many subs I get after the top 10 video will determine what I'm going to be covering. I'm going to leave a poll for what you would like me to cover for my 5,000 subscriber special. Whether it would be Lulu by Metallica, Lou Reed, would it be Angelic to the Core, or would it be Pulse Demon? Let me know which one you would rather me cover, and I will cover that. So, yeah. Now, with that being said, I have to leave now. Hey, Jackson.
Garrett. I don't like it.
What are you talking about? This is great.
Spooky.
That's awesome.
You're
Like, I'm just so pissed.
Yeah.
How you feel, Jackson?
Bad. I got really high before this because I thought it would like make it better. It did not. No thanks. No thanks.
I give it a no thanks out of 10.
Yeah, that's my rating.
No thanks. No thanks.
No thanks.
Not a fan.
Boo.